What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. We got Albert in the house. Good morning to you, Andy, Bill, Brian. We got Jason King, Jay. Good morning to JT. Kevin Stone is going to rock with us. We got Martina. Good morning, Matthew, Ron, Ryan, Sebastian, William, Wally. Good morning to you. All my peeps out there in YouTube land. We got Rado. Good morning. All my others that are just sitting there quietly in the background lurking. It's okay. It's okay. Just hit the like, subscribe button. Easy process. We make it so easy. It's crazy. Uh, we got Jay going, buckle up. Looks like a choppy ride today. Yeah, we got some mixed earnings coming out from last night. We got Jerome Powell speaking today. What else can you ask for? What else can we ask for? Let's start where the overall SPY is. Good morning, Ron. Yeah, SPY gapping up a little bit. Is anyone buying it? Is anyone feel comfortable going long on this? I don't know. Good morning, cute critters. Good morning, Bomb Dad. Good morning, Daniel. Yeah, I don't know. We had a pretty horrific selling day. We were hitting all of the stretch goals yesterday. This was a gap and go, breaking through so many key levels. And now we do have, of course, a gap up. That's normally what happens. We get gap down, followed by gap up, and just knock everybody out of calls, puts, stocks, make them panic. But essentially, what are we looking at? Yeah, we're chopping sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. Nonstop just chopping. We do have a day yesterday that did break down kind of outside of that range. And this all could be a retest. The thing I hate the most about this gap, not the gap, but I guess the close, is the magic number 431.82 has been broken. We closed below it yet again. That could be my retest spot. I also have right now pre-market, we are gapping into a VPOC from Friday, October 13th. Friday, October 13th. Yeah, but that could be our resistance as well. And we've already now hit this 430.52 twice. We did it once here. We got saved. We did it here. We actually got to close below that as well. To the downside, we almost even hit this one. So this one would be our next target, 429.03. Already got kind of close. The next stop would be about 427.54. So that's the bear case. Do we play gap and go bullish? I think it's tough. Again, we got that 431.82. We're sitting, before we even get there, we got 431.80. So we're gapping into a pretty decent resistance. And then we also got above us, we start getting into heavier levels, 432.50, 433.52, 434.96 is a big one. So what can get us out of that range if we want to stay bullish? Right now, it does look a little bit probably chop fest out of the gate. I don't know, Jerome Powell, wage inflation, any of those reports will probably help. We had jobless claims come out today, and the market did like the number, came in a little bit less than estimated. So market found a little positivity in that. But yeah, we got to be looking at wage inflation, and then we have Jerome Powell today. So I don't know. We got Qs. The Qs are gapping up. Very similar into a lot of resistance. I see a ton of resistance here. This would be 365.26. There's the downtrend line. We did get a close below it, but now we're gapping above it. Yeah, I agree. I think Chop Fest. I think Chop Fest. You have a lot of room to the downside if this downtrend breaks again. There's really nothing stopping us at this point, even where we're open. I mean, that was essentially the stretch goal of yesterday. Like, okay, maybe we get saved there. Big resistance, 365. Big support, 365.26. That's now our support. We have a lot of room to free fall to the downside. So I don't know. Jerome Powell better be coming out there and skipping and dancing and telling us how good the market is, because anything to the negative side of from what Jerome Powell says, there's a lot of room to the downside on the Qs. And let's check one more thing out, TLT. TLT just taking the market on its back for right now and just absolutely not letting any bulls be bulls. So TLT gapping down again, another gap and go inside day, very, very close to the bottom. So risk to reward on this one. And any stop, if you're like, hey, maybe that hammer can be decent. Well, we probably have to get above that hammer first. But if you're playing risk to reward, look for the lows of the day on TLT, 83, 87. We start to break that. That's going to probably waterfall and bring the rest of the market down with it. So TLT gapping down, SPY Qs basically at big resistance. We should have Jerome Powell, I think, at 2:30 today. I think that's when he speaks. So be aware of that at least. Set the alarm. Get out of some positions if you're in it at that point. I don't know. Tesla. So Tesla missed on earnings. I was like, uh-oh. Well, let me pull up that after hours. They missed on earnings. The market, obviously, it's not going to like when you miss it. But then something crazy happened. The market said, okay, the numbers weren't that bad. They had a miss, but all things considered in this environment, you're comparing Tesla to another car company, which it is, because they sell cars. For the technology people out there, they're selling cars. Okay, they gave them a shot. They tried to run it back up. We got through all that initial bearishness on the report. And then you've got Elon Musk stepping in, doing the conference call. And honestly, there's no better way to say it, but it was an absolute disaster on Elon's part. He put a lot of blame, which I think a lot of points I will agree with. A lot of points he had valid arguments with, but it's not something you really want to see the CEO kind of say. Like, he was basically hinting if the interest rates stay higher or move higher or stay higher longer than we think, that's going to be detrimental to Tesla. They're already kind of squeezing some of the margins. And basically a lot of macro, hey, we're doing the best we can, but with all the macro stuff, we need something to change in the economy if we're really going to continue profitable. And they absolutely, market did not like it. He was not a very positive Elon Musk yesterday. We completely sold off. I'm looking at wave counts on this one. So can we get a bounce somewhere? Maybe. This is a 1, 2, 3. I don't know if this is continuation 3 or that's 4, 5. This is our kind of ABC maybe. And then we could maybe make that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get back into that 242 and change zone. But yeah, very, very negative. I think he said that the Cybertruck is supposed to come out November 30th. They're going to have some kind of party for it. I think he said max capacity for right now as it stands is about 125,000 Cybertrucks per year. But also saying that we probably won't see real profit on that for about 12 to 18 months. And keep in mind, that's Elon Musk saying that. So you got to add about 6 months. You get 6 months bonus on anything Elon says. So you got about 2 years really of producing Cybertrucks. And he's also saying, we should have a decent amount out for this year. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe if we get a baker's dozen, I'd be impressed, but we'll see what happens. So, and then he went into a little bit of the little robot speech and how that's producing. He also said full service, the full driving capabilities probably going to be coming down in price too, because they're able to get the price down. More or less, I think that the pricing, they need to figure out how to make continued sales, and I just don't think people were buying it as much as you would like. And basically, I think he was really hinting at that since the last rate hike, orders for cars have just kind of stopped. So all in all, very, very bearish for Tesla. Let's see how we could trade this one though, because again, nothing just goes straight up, straight down. This is a big old retest gap. We are at one level of support. We're now down below the 300, so this 233 would probably be my target if we want to play this fade. Marie Lala, good morning. You got Alan, YouTube land. I don't think going short out of the gate is the best move, whether it works or not. I would imagine we probably get, because we are going to definitely incite a little bit of fear with this gap. Anybody who's trying to play this through earnings, we do have a noticeable head and shoulders on Tesla. We have not really tested this neckline, which would be somewhere about here at this point. So we actually closed below that neckline yesterday. And I think at some point, most likely what happens to Tesla, and I don't know out of the gate today, I think there's going to be a little fear. So I think the first couple candles might be red. And then I think bullish is probably the more direct route into probably 233 for today. I think on a longer term basis, we probably got to get up into this 250 again. And then as that would be the kind of retest of the neckline, and then we start to roll. Providing that nothing changes overall the macro situation. But it is a retest gap at some type of support. I think you're going to have some people that were essentially just playing this for earnings, going both ways, bullish, bearish. I think anybody who's took the bullish route probably closes out right at open. And then we have some type of little bit of relief rally ahead of us. Wendy says Netflix did not chill. No, Netflix had, on the other hand, Netflix had really, really good earnings. Fantastic, actually. Is it sustainable? I don't know, but their users went up. They have also implemented the no password sharing in every single country at this point, and they have, I think, 3 million new subscribers. I wonder where they got them from. Probably people that were sharing passwords, and they're like, I guess I'll just get my own account. The one thing that I thought was really impressive with Netflix, and I think that's something that we have to continue to watch for, is the ad revenue portion of their business did really, really well. So that, keep in mind, that's only been out for, I don't even know if it's been a year, maybe 9 months, 6 months, I think, something like that. So that was kind of a new development. And now you are starting to see that the ad revenue portion of it is been growing. They have pretty substantial numbers there. So if that business can go, that could give Netflix that little extra, okay, we can see a little more growth ahead of us for Netflix, and people might be happy on that one. I think this is probably going to get that bullish run. We're already running pre-market. We're now at 402.75. It's up massive. I really don't think I could go bullish on this thing at open, and bearish is tough. It is a gap and go. We're clearing major pivots. It's going to be a very difficult one to try to go short on. First stop, we're getting close to it. Pre-market 404.82. The next bigger one would take us to 416.21. That should be a very strong resistance. So I don't know how much more this got in the tank, but right now you're probably squeezing a whole heck of a lot of bears. I think we probably continue bullish, and I think that 416 could hit today. I just don't know if I want to play that to the bullish side or just wait until the 416 and then kind of go from there. But you do have good catalyst, good news, good earnings. Lots of people, anybody that is in this thing bullish from here, if we scroll back, any of these people, this is their second opportunity to get out. So will they take the opportunity? I don't know. I got shares of Netflix. I'm not going to sell it. I'll probably just wait it out. Because there's a lot of people in from much lower prices where almost none of the earnings really matters, right? There's okay. All right, just another day. But yeah, definitely some of these shorts in here probably going to get squeezed a little bit. I think you see an initial candle out of the gate green, and then maybe look to play the inverse to the downside of that one. Otherwise, the bullish side is going to be tough, I think. LVS, Las Vegas Sands. Yeah, they had I didn't see the report. I did see them run after hours, but surprise BT upside, they beat by less than a penny. But on the revenue side, they beat by 77 million. Not bad. I do like this as probably one of my favorite gaps. This one we got a lot more room. It's not up crazy. It's not Netflixing and chilling. Would love to see a pullback on this. This one will actually pull up a little bit pre-market too as we get closer to the bell. But this is a gap and go, clearing a great pivot. I'm with you, Kevin. Not a lot. I mean, we're opening into the gap fill, so I would say I would love to see whether we get it or not, but I would love to see a pullback into like 46, 46. Can we get that one? Maybe we get it into 46.53. I don't think short float on LVS is that strong. Finviz. I can't imagine that Las Vegas Sands has big short float. Yeah, 2.74, so nothing crazy there. But good double bottom. Almost a little bit of inverse head and shoulders. I personally like LVS. I think that was probably a decent bounce spot we just came into. We've been selling. We've got the real next moving average takes us to about 49.20-ish. Let's call it 49. And we got 51.86. So plenty of room to the higher side. Looking at the Lux algo. Yeah, if we break this one, next spot really is until 48.66. And that's kind of a micro move, but we probably get held up there. So I don't see us passing 48.66 today. And then in the coming months, maybe we get back into this, I don't know, 54 range, but very, very decent gap on this one. NVIDIA. Pre-market gapping up. Every day this thing seems to gap $8. I don't know why. Is this more news? Social Buzz. This already seems reliable. Wall Street Bets stock mostly down pre-market. Tesla poised to fall, Netflix to rise, yada yada. NVIDIA was up 1.1% pre-market after shedding 4% Wednesday, following price target cuts by Citigroup and Morgan Stanley. So still inside day on this one. We've already hit a decent resistance. I don't really see anything holding us back, bullish or bearish. Maybe we could rely on some kind of support of 428.27. I mean, we've fallen quite drastically to the real higher side. I'm looking for about 438.05. So if that could hit, that could give us some decent room to the upside. We just got downgrades. But yeah, watch out for the inside. The higher you go, look for the shorts. So anywhere close to 431.39, I would get better risk reward. Keep in mind that the real spot to try would be 438.49. That would be breaking out of today's range. So if you are bullish, well, I'll have to see how this one opens. If this one wants to sell off, the better spot to try to go long on this one would be about 424.39. So maybe we could open, get an immediate dump, and then try that bullish. But it is going to be a little inside. All right. Marie Lala says, is it better for Tesla to to settle before trading? It depends on how lucky you are, Marie. If you pick the right direction, then no, right away. Yeah, a lot of these things are going to have the volatility on them. So even NVIDIA out of the gate, any type of gap in this market, you're going to get whipped around probably. I would look at Tesla going, hey, you know what? This is a retest gap. We're kind of close. I would like to see some kind of red candle first and then look to maybe go long on it. Whether the market gives it to me or not, I don't know. But is it better to wait for volatility? You probably have decent volatility, but all day. But if you look at any day, I mean, the first candles out of the gate are always, as soon as the market opens, you're always getting the highest volume candle. It's the highest volatility. And so if you want to wait like 5 minutes, I would probably, for me personally, I'm waiting at least 3 minutes and then seeing how the candle closes. Maybe wait 5-6 minutes on probably Tesla, Netflix. Let the continued moves happen, and then that's where you're going to try to play probably the reverse. That's how I would play it. But I mean, there's definitely people in here that are going to be playing the 1 minute chart on things, and it's going to be different. Microsoft is, if you are playing early morning though, what I would suggest is be very, very quick. Take your profits when you can get them. If you could nail like a 1.2 out of the gate, don't go for the 7R trade, because there's a good shot there's a retest, and there's a good shot you could probably take it again when you already have 1.2 locked in. Then the next trade, you're still risking an R, but you've already pocketed that 0.2. So essentially, second trade is risk free at that point. Microsoft looks interesting. We do have earnings coming out soon. Matthew just joined. Did we discuss Tesla? We did discuss Tesla, but yeah, it is a retest gap. It is down a lot. This market, again, no matter if you're long or short on this market, you typically have time to get out of position. So if you're in bearish, okay, you're happy and open, probably looking to take some gains. If you're in long, just be patient. Most likely, I think this comes in, fills you. So I don't think there should be panic either way. It's not a crazy gap, although it feels like it. You do have a little support. I'm waiting to see how this thing opens. Like most things today, there's probably not LVS. Maybe we'll look at pre-market, but most things I'm probably going to just let it. October's been an absolute whipsaw, where if you're in something and then 2 candles later it moves completely the other direction. So